To all my family, good morning. Welcome in on the live. If this is your first time joining my channel, let's just say you come across this live and you feel led to watch this video, welcome. I love you guys so much. We're going to dive right into this. Is God calling me to create on social media? Is God calling me to create on social media? You may be currently dealing with these thoughts, these feelings. You feel like God is calling you to social media and you like, how do I really know? Like, I feel like God is calling me. I feel like God might be calling me to step out. I feel like God might be trying to help me to find my voice. He wants to use me on social media, but I'm going back and forth with myself. I don't really know, and I understand this. I understand this. For y'all that don't know me, my name is Ashley B. I am an inner healing and purpose coach, but more importantly, in this time, a time such as now, God is using me to help build the up and coming and new kingdom creators, those that God is calling to social media, and that looks like anything that God might be calling you to start an online ministry. God might be calling you to start an online business. Maybe right now, God is currently birthing a business on the inside of you. And based off of this time and this age, social media is how you're going to reach people. That's just it. Social media is how you're going to reach people. Social media is how you're going to find your clients. Social media is how you're going to, sell your products, build your brand. It's all about your social media presence, whether that be YouTube, whether God is calling you to other platforms. It's all about getting to a place of, first of all, understanding that this is how God wants to use you. And you never know how God wants to use you. You never know how God might be wanting to use you, use your voice on social media. And so if you feel like God is calling you, it's time for you to answer the call. It's really time for you to answer the call, because there are so many people that are waiting for you. You don't understand that God is not calling you just to be calling you. God is not telling you to step out if it's not for a reason. If God has something that he wants to do in you, if he wants to use you, he wouldn't be doing it if he didn't want to use you in a certain way. And before I even get started, the number one takeaway, I'm going to be giving y'all some confirmation. We're going to put all that to rest today. If you're going back and forth with yourself, because I understand that. If you're going back and forth with yourself, like, is God really calling me to do this? Is God really calling me to do this? We're going to put that to rest today. But this is the number one thing that I want you to take from this video. Would you believe me when I tell you that actually stepping out on social media, actually creating, actually getting behind this camera is not the hard part? Would you believe me when I tell you that? That's not the hard part at all. The hard part is the internal battles that you're dealing with. It's the fear, right? It's the doubt. It's even things like this, right? Like, going back and forth with yourself. Is God really calling me to do this? Is this really a God thing? Does God want me to step out in his way? God, okay, you want me to step out in his way, but in what way? What do you want me to get out here and create? What do you want me to get out here and talk about? God, I don't know what you want me to do. So it's not even the getting behind camera. It's not even the content creation. Is not stepping out. It's the internal things, and those are the things that we got to deal with. As you continue to join in on my lives, join in on my channel, even watch old videos, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, because that's going to be the easy part. And once you start tackling the internal battles, you are going to be ready. You are going to be ready to step out in the way that God wants you to step out. You're going to be ready to use your voice, however that may be. If God is calling you to build an online ministry, if God is birthing the business and he needs you to get on social media to, to build your brand, that's not going to be the hard part at all. But we're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about, is God calling you to social media? Is he calling you to begin to create on social media, and how you know? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Ely Marth, I think that's your name. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm so bad with names. But good morning, honey. How you doing? Okay, so this is the number one way that you know. The number one way that you know. The vision. Is God show, like, what do you see? What are you seeing? What are you constantly seeing, either in your dreams or even every day? Your mind might be drifting off, right? Like, are you seeing a vision? Are you seeing a vision? What are you seeing? Are you seeing yourself behind camera? Are you seeing yourself, on platforms? Are you seeing yourself starting a YouTube channel? Are you seeing yourself helping people, impacting lives? Are you seeing yourself doing lives, right? God might be showing you a vision of you being on live and people in your comments and people tuned in to your channel or tuned in to your platform and listening to what you're talking about. So we got to start with that. That's the number one way that you know that God is leading you to get on social media, to start creating on social media, because he's showing it to you. And the number one thing that I want you to understand about whatever vision, this is why I don't want you to take the things that you are seeing lightly, because whatever vision, even though right now, in this present time, in this present moment, even as you're watching this video and you believe that God is calling you in this way, and in your mind you feel like this is too big, this is, I can't, like, I know I might be seeing this, but I can't believe this, or I can't really see myself doing this. Any vision that you are having, that is something that is already established in heaven. Yeah, right now in this current moment, you may not feel like you can do it, right? You may not feel like you the person for the job. You may not feel like, how can I ever see myself doing this or stepping out in this way? But it's real. That's why God is showing it to you. He's showing you glimpses. I want you to understand that any vision that you're constantly seeing, it's small glimpses that God is showing you about your future. It's small glimpses of God showing you of what he wants you to do, the vision that he has for your life, the future that he has for your life. And so sometimes it's God has to show us a little something, right? He got to show us a little something so we can have an idea like, okay, God, that means that this is real. That means that I can really do this, because if you're showing me this means that this is already happening in heaven. It might not be happening in the natural right now. I might not be able to believe this in the natural right now, but it's done. It's set in heaven. So that's the number one way that you have to start thinking about the vision. Is this something that you constantly seeing? Is it something, are you seeing yourself? Do you have these ideas? Like, are these ideas brewing, right? Like, are they brewing in your mind? You can't sleep, right? You can't get these visions out of your head. You feel like it's more that you should be doing. If you feel like it's more that God is leading you to do, maybe you're in a stuck place right now and you can't move because you know that God is leading you in a certain way. But you like, I need to know if this is really what God is leading me to do, right? So that's the number one way you know. Oh, another thing too with that, this is a good one, and it's going to lead me into my next point. Another thing with this, even with the visions that God is showing you, that he might be showing you, this is, let me tell you the difference between a God thing and your thing, right? Because see, a lot of us can get out here on, a lot of us can make it up in our mind, like we can have the wrong motives and be like, yeah, I'm about to go out here, I see all these content creators getting paid, I see people getting YouTube checks, I see this, and anybody can say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out here and create, and so I can get the followers, so I can get the likes, so I can get the money behind it, right? But when you truly know something is a God thing, this is how you know when something is a God thing. When you feel like you can't, whatever God is showing you, you feel like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Anything that God is giving you a vision for, you feel like, God, I need you. You feel like you too afraid. You don't know where to start. You go back and forth with yourself, feeling like, I don't have the resources for this. I don't have none of that. That's when you know, a lot of times when if you're battling with trying to figure out if it's a God thing, that's how you know it's a God thing, because the God things are the things that God is going to push you into, things that you never thought that you can do, the things that you were afraid to touch, the things that you're afraid, like, it's just too big. Those are the God things. So that's one way right now that you know, if God is showing you the vision and you feel like, I can't do this too hard, this too much, it's a God thing, and he's leading you for a reason. And like I said, that's taking me into my next point, that it's something that you're afraid of or you're running from. Like, are you afraid? Does it seem too big? Does it seem too scary? This is another one. Are you trying to replace it? Whatever vision that God is showing you, or if he's putting it in your mind and you trying to push that to the side, you like, nope, I'm not doing that, God. Go find somebody else. I'm not getting out here. I will never forget when I started getting into purpose, and God was calling me to start when he first started calling me to start my YouTube channel. I'm like, God, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that. So I tried to act like I wasn't hearing God telling me that. I wasn't seeing the vision of God telling me that. So I started trying to put my hands to other things. But when God has really called you to step out in a way, it ain't nothing you can do. It ain't a devil in hell that can stop it. When God has called you to do something and he telling you to step out, you gonna do it. You gonna do it. You can go think you about to go try to do something else, right? You think you gonna try to go create something else, or oh, I'm just gonna sit in the background. I'm gonna just do my thing. I'm gonna do my way. No, God will. He's not gonna let you rest. He's not gonna let you rest. Bree says yes because I don't like to be in the front. I like to be behind the scene. Girl, who you talking? You preaching to the choir? That was me. I'm like, God, I'm not doing it. But I want you to understand that whatever God is calling you to do, even right now, if you're in a place of feeling like I can't do these things, it's okay that you feeling like that right now, but as you continue to lean into God, even as you're watching this video and you're getting this confirmation from God, God is going to give you everything you need. When I tell you he's going to give you everything you need, whatever you thinking right now that you can't do, God is going to prepare you. He's going to lead you. He's going to guide you. He's going to send you the help, the destiny helpers. He's going to send you the resources, because you got to understand that God's will is God's bill. God's will is God's bill. If God is calling you in a certain way, God already got everything taken care of that's going to lead you to where you need to go. That's going to lead you in the right way. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. So don't keep trying to replace it with something else. Don't keep trying to push it to the side and act like this ain't God talking to you. It's him talking to you. And the sooner you are obedient, the sooner you step into what God has for you, the sooner God is going to take you to where he wants to take you. And you never know what's on the other side of your fear. You never know what's on the other side of the purpose. It's all about the purpose. It's all about the purpose, right? So I'm going to move on to the next way. This is another way you know that God is calling you to create on social media. And this is how you know you feel you are possibly in a space where you're beginning to feel like your story or your testimony could help somebody else. Or even like how I started off in the beginning of this live, as in, you know, God might be birthing the business on the inside of you. God, it's like certain things that God is stirring up on the inside of you. He's stirring up creativity. He's stirring up your story. He's stirring up your testimony. And you may be in a place in your life right now where you like, man, I done been through so much stuff in my life that my testimony can help somebody else. I can encourage somebody else. Or maybe it's something, some type of knowledge that you have, right? It's something that you do well, right? Maybe you the chef of your family, right? And God is like, I need you to get out here, start doing these cooking videos to help my people, to serve my people. Don't nobody do it like you do it. I want you to get out here and start creating. And then not only that, while in the midst of you creating, I want you to put a little bit of me, sprinkle a little bit of me out there. Use this as your purpose for me. Use this to talk about me. Use this to raise awareness to others out there, the type of God that I am. Use this to pull other people to get to know me. You never know how God want to use you. Next thing you know, you just start creating videos. You just started creating cooking videos because that's how God led you to start creating and get out here on social media. Next thing you know, you done got you a business. You out here selling recipes and books. That's the type of God that we serve. And so I want you to know that if he's leading you, I'm telling you, baby, it's something on the other side. It's something big. It ain't just you getting out here creating. It ain't just that I want you to just get out here to just be getting out here. No, I'm birthing something. I'm birthing a purpose. I'm using you for my glory. My God, I'm using you for something big. See, you thought that, now y'all got me preaching. I was not trying to get out here preaching. See, you thought that I'm just calling you to do this thing that you think is just too hard. And oh, it ain't nothing. Oh, ain't nobody gonna watch my videos. Who gonna subscribe to my channel? Who gonna like my stuff? People who just gonna scroll past my reels? Ain't nobody gonna watch me. The devil is a liar. And I don't care how many other people are out here doing what you're doing. You know, sometimes you'll look, me being a content creator, me being an encourager that's out here on social media, I be watching stuff on social media all the time. I be like, man, people are so creative. People are so creative. Like, man, how y'all be coming up with this stuff? But I want you to understand that you have that creativity on the inside of you. You have a creative bone on the inside of your body. Your creator who created you, he put that on the inside of you. He put that gift. He put that talent on the inside of you. That whatever he's calling you to do, he gonna give you the vision. He gonna give you the creativity. He's gonna tell you what to do. He's gonna lead you. He's gonna send the people. See, we be so worried about all this stuff that we think we gotta do. That's on God. Don't worry about the people. Don't worry about none of that. Just be a willing vessel. Be a willing vessel to say, you know what, God, I'm gonna step out. You know what, God, I'm gonna be obedient. I ain't gonna run from this. If you showing me this, you giving me this vision, it's for a reason. So I'm gonna be obedient and I'm gonna trust it, right? So that's another way I want you to think about that. So there's some knowledge, or God, there's a testimony, some things that you've been through, and God is like, I want to use that. I want to use that. There's something that you know, there's something that you're good at that other people don't know, that other people aren't good at. There's some people that's just a little bit behind you, you just a little bit ahead of some other people, and I need you to help these people. I need you to help these people. Just like I was giving the example of the cooking videos. It's people out here, there's women out here that just got married that don't know how to cook. They don't know how to cook. And they need you. They need what you got. They need your videos to start cooking so they could feel good as a wife. So they could feel good as a mother cooking meals for their family. See how we missing out? See how you will miss out on the thing that God has for you? See how you missing out on the purpose that God wants you to serve? So that's another way, guys. And then the last one that I want to leave you guys with is that this is how you know things are being put in front of you. Things like this video, you probably minding your business. If you watching this live right now, or if you come across it later on, you minding your business. You already seeing the visions. You already going back and forth with yourself. Then this video pop right up in your feed. You like, God, how this video just, I know you telling me this. How this video just pop up in my feed? It's things like that. God is going, this is just what I'm saying. God gonna send you what he needs to send you. He's going to send you what he needs to send you. Okay, do you hear me? It's things like videos, it's resources, it's all type of things that might be just popping. It's just falling in your lap. It's just falling in your lap. You going back and forth with yourself like, God, I don't know how to do this. God, I don't know where to start. I don't know this. God, like, okay, you say you don't know how to do this. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to start. Okay, boom. Now I don't put something in front of you. What's your excuse? Now I don't put this live on in front of you to confirm these things for you, because you keep going back, you keep overthinking, you keep going back and forth with yourself. Now you got it in front of you. So what you gonna do? You gonna get up and you gonna start creating? You gonna get up and start doing what I'm calling you to do? Or you gonna keep acting like that this ain't what it is? God is like, what's up? What you gonna do? You can't keep saying that I'm not providing, that I'm not giving it to you. So I want you to think about, are there things currently that is causing you not to be able to rest? Because God is constantly leading you. He's constantly putting these things in front of you. He's constantly putting these resources. And so these are all the ways that you know. And this is your confirmation. If you didn't know before, if it's something that you keep going back and forth about prior to you coming across this video, this is your confirmation. I want you to think about the vision that God is showing you. It won't leave your mind. It won't leave your mind. It won't leave you restless. You restless. It won't leave your mind. The vision. Is it something that you afraid of, that you running from? That's how you know that it's a God thing. Anything that you running from, that you really don't want to do, that's a God thing. Is it do you feel like you're being led? Your testimony, your story, your knowledge, something that you do well, that God is calling you to do out here in the earth realm. He wants you to be the person to help other people. He wants you to be the person to lead other people. He wants you to be the person to encourage other people. And then, like the last one I said, these things that are being put in front of you. So these are 4 ways. These are 4 ways. Take your confirmation today. These are 4 ways that you know that God is calling you to begin creating on social media. And I don't want you to miss out on what God has for you because you're being disobedient, or because you letting fear hold you back. And remember what I said in the beginning of this video, the actually getting on this live and getting behind this camera and creating, that's not the hard part. That's not the hard part, honey. Listen to me when I tell you. That's not the hard part at all. It's the internal. It's the internal battle. It's the internal things that you got to begin to deal with. You got to get before God. You got to hear what God has to say. You got to sit down and write the vision. You got to sit down and listen to what God is telling you. Start God is just going to give you the little pieces. Whatever the little pieces are, you got to just start with that. You got to just start with that. So I love you guys with the love of God. For those that have joined in on the live, even to those that will watch this video when God puts it on your path, I really hope that you enjoyed this quick message, this quick video, just helping you to get that confirmation you need before you leave. Before you leave, I have a free download for you, because when I tell y'all, I'm so serious, I'm so passionate about God's people getting out here on social media, getting out here to begin serving this online ministries that God is birthing on the inside of you, these businesses that God is birthing on the inside of you. It's time. Like, we can't keep sleeping. We in the last quarter of this year, right? We about to get ready to go into a new year. God is doing a new thing. God is doing new things in us. He's doing big things that we never even thought that God would be doing in us. And so I'm here to help. I'm here to encourage. I'm here to push you. So I have a free guide for you. Free guide for you. And see, the guide that I have for you, it's about YouTube. Right now, God might not be leading you to start a YouTube channel, but God wants you to step out here on social media and to begin serving. So this free guide that I have for you is helping you with 5 topic points that you can start using to create. You can start using, you can start that YouTube channel. You can start creating those videos. You can start creating those reels. You can start getting out here on social media, even if it's not about you getting on video right now. Even if it's not about you getting behind camera right now. Maybe we not ready for that yet. But maybe God is like, I want you to just start posting inspirational things on your platforms, on your Facebook or whatever. I want you to just start posting things. I want you to even just start getting in the mindset of believing that this that you can do this, and that I want to use you in this way. So I want you guys to download this free guide. It's going to help you to start stirring up that creativity. If you're somebody right now that's like, I ain't got no creativity, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, I don't even know where to pull this from, this is going to help you to start pulling that creativity up out of you, to start using it so that you can begin to serve and step out and begin creating on social media. So I want you guys to go grab that. I want you guys to go grab that from the description. Go grab that free guide to get started on your journey today. This is a today thing. This is not a next week thing. This is not a next month thing. This is something that you can do right now. As you have gotten this confirmation, it's time for you to get up and step out and do what God is calling you. I love you guys with the love of God. I will see you on the next video. I will see you on the next live. God bless you.